the answer to some of this is that they've never really disappeared. They've always been here. It's just that they've been in low numbers for a number of decades. And recently, as early as 2011, there was a concerted effort by a lot of the fishing nations in the North Pacific to implement fisheries management measures with the idea of bringing back this stock or recovering this stock. And what we're seeing now is the result of those fishing measures or those fishing management measures, which we're seeing larger animals now, more than we've seen before. We're actually seeing more animals in the population. And so this is the actual benefit or what you would expect to see when you implement fisheries management. A population starts to recover, and that's what we're starting to see. And so the fact that they see these larger animals now, it is that there are more out there. But it's just that now there's more because of the management measures we put in place, and there's just a higher probability of seeing them, where in the past they were at such low numbers you could hardly see any of them if you saw, and you were lucky if you saw any large ones.
I need my mask again.
The fisheries on this side, particularly Mexico, has been targeting fish for their open water aquaculture, which they live pens, and so they catch the animals at a small size, raise them to a certain size, and then sell them. And generally, the entire catch is sold back to Japan, who buys their entire allotment. But in the past, their fishery operated for usually a month to catch their allocated catch or allowable catch. But now, in recent years, because the population is coming back, the time spent to catch that allocation is about 1 week. And so that's an indication that the population is recovering. And in addition, the average size of animals caught by Mexico has been increasing, which also is consistent with what you'd expect to see in a population that is starting to recover.
Of what's going on here, why they're here, how long they might stay. What we really need to look at is what they're feeding on. So we've been looking at stomach content analysis and found some really interesting changes over time. Like from 1 year to the next, you could have fish go from feeding mostly on sardines to feeding mostly on crustaceans and squid to just feeding on crustaceans primarily. And
I hear that's not very clean either.
what we've really found out is that provides us this really interesting window into the local environment, and they're able to sort of sample at a level that our big vessels and our nets and our acoustics can't really sample. So it's by then linking the stomach contents to environmental conditions like temperature, we can get a much better sense for what's going on in the environment, which puts us closer to understanding, when fish come over, why they stay as long as they do.